How are you doing? My name is Alexander Higgins. I'm the author of the Exact Quotes Test, United States Constitution. The Exact Quotes Test is the gold standard of the American social sciences. It is effective, objective, and interactive education on the supreme law of the land. The supreme law of the land is the U.S. Constitution. Once again, you might have guessed that. The Exact Quotes Test is also known as the American Test and the Article Section Text Method. Today's topic is going to be about Bills of Attainder. Bills of Attainder, what the U.S. Constitution has to say about those things could be more valuable or more useful than the Bill of Rights in certain instances, okay? Bills of Attainder are unfair laws made against a group. So basically, if all groups have this level of freedom right here, this level of rewards, what a Bill of Attainder does is just because members are part of a particular group, the members of that group, they get lesser freedoms and lesser rewards. Not because of any action that they did, but just because of their group identity, okay? We can put all kinds of labels on people. Sometimes members of groups themselves create their own labels, okay? Such as Catholics, such as Hebrews, such as Protestants, such as Irish people, okay? People sometimes choose their labels, and other times governments choose labels to put on groups of people, okay? Such as mentally deficient or mentally challenged or something like that, or psychiatrically diagnosed. A Bill of Attainder, though, what it does is it restricts somebody's rights just because of their group identity and not because of any action which they've done, okay? Why don't we talk about it? Why don't we talk about the Freedom Caucus? And again, maybe using the words "no Bill of Attainder" could be more useful, okay, than using the Bill of Rights. No Bill of Attainder is written into the main body of the U.S. Constitution. Those words are written into Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution, as well as Section 10 of that same article. Okay? Section 9 is a list of restrictions against the federal government. Section 10 is a list of restrictions against state governments. Okay? We have this group, this political group, called the Freedom Caucus. I don't know all the particulars of these situations. The Freedom Caucus, they're kind of a sub-branch of the Republican Party. Anyways, I saw a video, they're making a complaint, and they're trying to frame their defense, or they're trying to bolster a legal argument in terms of the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. And the First Amendment is part of the Bill of Rights. I believe that Article 1, Section 10 could be more useful to this Freedom Caucus, and their complaint, it was about, it had to do with campaign contributions. Other groups were allowed to receive certain types of campaign contributions. That was their claim in this Freedom Caucus video. Other groups were allowed to receive certain types of campaign contributions, but the Freedom Caucus was restricted by the state of South Carolina for receiving these campaign contributions, okay? So other groups were allowed to do something, but they were not. Okay, that kind of sounds like a Bill of Attainder to me. Okay, now they were trying to frame their argument in terms of the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. They might be able to frame their argument that way in terms of the First Amendment. You know, they're smart guys, they're political scientists and lawyers and whatnot. But it just seems like it would be a lot easier to do in terms of the Bill of Attainder. The Bill of Attainder clause from the U.S. Constitution. No Bill of Attainder can be made. No law that discriminates against a group or lowers a group's liberties can be made. Okay, so it sounds like the Freedom Caucus, they have a lesser amount of liberties just because they happen to belong to a certain group, just because they belong to their group, okay? That's the only reason why they have a lesser amount of liberties compared to the other groups. That sounds like a Bill of Attainder to me. Again, the Bill of Rights might be helpful to them, the First Amendment, but I just think it would be a lot easier to explain to the public in terms of no Bill of Attainder, okay, from Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution. And if that were the federal government doing that to them, they'd want to use no Bill of Attainder except from Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution. I hope this was helpful to you guys in some way, shape, or form. There's a lot of stuff inside the main body of the U.S. Constitution. In order to preserve our freedoms in America, we might want to use the main body of the U.S. Constitution. We might want to start using the main body of the U.S. Constitution even more than the Bill of Rights. I'm not saying to totally forget about the Bill of Rights, but it's good to think about what could be inside the main body of the U.S. Constitution. My name is Alexander Higgins. I'm the author of the Exact Quotes Test and the American Test. I hope this video was helpful to you guys in some way, shape, or form. Thank you very much.